things first. When you're hurt, that's the worst, yeah. Tainted minds like a curse, put me in a hearse. I just don't wanna feel anymore. I just don't wanna feel anymore. Open up your eyes to reveal all of the lies. I'm so sick of your disguise, that's no way to live your life. On a lonely drive, blast the music till I die. Drive the car right off the side, that's alright, that's alright. And when there's highs and lows, the tide's gonna flow. Just don't let go. There's still so much life to give. Ain't it already short enough? Why shorten it? I'ma do what I like, I'ma do something right, I'ma move towards the light, I'ma keep my head high. There's no stopping now, I ain't falling down, my heart's popping out. I got options now, ain't no cautious doubts and no losses now. I'll be wildin' now, finding out what life's about. I'll be driving now, screaming till my lungs give out. And when there's highs and lows, the tide's gonna flow. Just don't let go. Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what always be a warrior.
Hello everybody and welcome back to OTLR. We're here for round 1 of I forgot what season we're in now. Season 4 calendar. Sorry, season 4. Sorry, my bad. I'm not with it today. But anyway, so doing the comms for today's race is me, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I've got a Rodney Trotter with me as well. How we're doing this evening, sir? Yep, definitely. So we'll quickly just obviously now we'll just hopping into qualifying, so I'll just switch over to that screen. And we've got 14 drivers today. So obviously last week for the preseason race we almost had a full grid. Obviously it's a bit disappointing to see a little less, but hey ho, we've got enough to do a race, so that's all I'm happy to see. So, and now we see who's first out on track. I think it was Steljo that I just saw leaving the garage first. Steljo. Thank you for that. I keep pressing the wrong blooming button. That one, there we go. Get the track map on and that on. There we go. There we go. Oh dear. Let me just quickly fix that. I don't know why this happens. It's annoying as heck. It always just does it on the disco, right? Try again. Try again.
Oh, hello, hello.
Yeah, you're coming through this time. Okay.
Right, there we go.
There we go. We fix the issue. Do apologize. Right. So Steljo's first onto track, so he'll be the first one to do a lap. So we'll have to see how the McLaren man does, and then who is actually falling? Is it? This would be one of the two Red Bulls. It's KFC bloke, and it's probably Narvel. Yeah, it is. But we're right on board of Steljo as we go around this magnificent track. And I was just like, shouldn't qualifying being in the night because it's a night thing?
It's sunset, isn't it? I mean, it is unrealistic for this weekend with it being a nighttime race, but the qualifying it's at sunset, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I
so
forget about that.
It should darken up towards the end if it's going to do it in game.
Yep. Anyway.
I would imagine, but it is unrealistic, so.
Yep. Okay then. So here we go then. Start with Steljo on his first fly lap as he's coming down to turn 1 into the heavy braking zone. Want to be nice and tight onto the apex here. Missed it a little bit. Now back on the power as we go up this somewhat of a short hill up towards turn 4. And then obviously the second of the 3 DRS straights on this track. Obviously back onto the brakes for turn 4. Riding the curb bit, probably a little bit too much there. Obviously you want to ride the curb on turn 5, 6. Through down to turn 8. And obviously now back onto power for turns 9 and 10. Obviously a bit of a heavier braking zone. Somewhat of a little bit of a hairpin here. And then pushing forward back onto the power. DRS open for the third time across this lap. And into turn 11. Probably like hardly any braking. Obviously getting tight to the apex. Then for the next flat out, 12 and 13, or 12. Up to the second split, so 106.3. And now, pretty much now, the last two parts of this track are literally just dead straight. Obviously now, keeping onto the power, coming down to turn 15. This is where, like, I'm pretty sure this is classed as 2 corners, but I only class it as 1 because it's just 1 corner. But anyway, backwards power, DRS open, up to line. What's it going to be for the benchmark? It's a 128.250. Not a bad start as KFC blokes just gone across the line. little bit slower. And Owen's, wow, the top three separated by half a tenth. Very nice.
Close on the bankers between them three.
Oh yeah, very close. And then obviously it's very close. It's very close in the blankets here between Swifty and Tom Carter. They're only a tenth between them. You got Chalk doing thing. Oh, Chester Pup it splits Swifty and Tom. And who else?
So, yeah, I just checked these settings. These settings are correct. So yeah, it's definitely unrealistic. So the lighting is right.
Right, going on board here then with that's a mad move. See what they can do on their banker time. So coming down here to turn 11. And obviously up a bit of a hill here and for turns 12 and 13. Onto brakes a little bit for 14. Down the hill towards 15. Obviously it's back on to the power after that corner. And it's looking like it's not actually going to be a quickish. Yeah. I think he's backed out of this one. He's going to start again. So it looks like he's going to start a new one here maybe. So I just noticed he's over 10 seconds off provisional pole right now. So I think he's going to try again. Have a look at Craig, see what he's doing. So he started a lap. As he's coming up to the last corner here. Back on power. There's the DRS line there. Where's he going to go? He goes up to 8 for the time being. There we go. So he's coming up to 9 now. Where's he going to set it? He's going to go 6th for the time being. And then we go to Pucci as he's coming. Oh no, he's starting. Oh no. Oh no, never mind. I just missed it. He just finished his lap. He's up to 8th. We got
9 of them in the 28s.
Yeah. We've just got Craig, Chalk, and Narville just outside of them. We've got Mad Move. Obviously, he's on a new lap here. I hope he is. Oh, yep, he's 8 seconds up. So, but that's not gonna help him. But I think he might run out of fuel. Got Sonny HP here starting his lap. This is a bit of a weird line. Goes close towards the pit wall there. Interesting. We'll go back on board with Sonny after as well. See what Mad Move's improvement is. It's a 29.4 for the time being. But obviously that is banker time, so that will get faster later. So we'll ride on board with Sonny as he's doing his lap. Going through the twisty section here of the start of the second sector. To turn 8. And went up to turns 9. Obviously just before turn 9 is the detection line for the next DRS straight. That's between 10 and 11. Now back on the power, DRS open. Nice and good there. I just saw Corey Brooks in chat saying Sonny question mark. Sonny Hayes on the grid. I was like, I don't know. Anyway, Sonny here coming down to the last corner. Where's this man gonna go? Might be quite. Looks like it might be a quick time. Coming up to the line. DRS open. Where's he gonna go? Well, it's P9 for now. He's also into the 28s. So we have 10 drivers in the 28s. We actually have. So
Yeah, so
this is interesting. I just see this. So it's very close from obviously from Tom to Tyclay. It's 400 separates the 4 of them. Sonny's actually only 2 thousandths off of Pucci. Is well then.
I think you can say that the pace test for obviously sorting the tiers out, looking at the current pace, is it's done what it should do, and it's as tight as you would want it, really.
I said, I think
I
that's
mean,
a little...
from top to bottom, is
Mhm.
that second and a half
I'll
at the
say,
moment?
at the moment, I'll
Just
say it's
over.
about just over a second and
Just
a
over,
half.
yeah.
So Swifty here was on a lap, but I think because he screwed up the first corner, he's backed out of it. Yep, the rear light's blinking, so he's backed out of his lap. So, you know, oh, I do believe that's a Tom Carr just about to start his new lap, so we'll go on board with Tom Carter. Or I think I was there. His number one fan, Corey Brooks, is in the chat. Also see how much he can improve on his lap. He's currently in 7th. He's about just about 7/10 away from Steljo. See, it's a 2/10 improvement in the first sector alone, so that's a good start for Tom. Want to get too wide of these corners to validate the time. Obviously, keep it quite close to the apex, but don't want to ride it too much. The 9 and 10. Be interesting to see if this grid gets any closer, because also like it's only 1.6 seconds is the gap between all of them right now. So I think, but towards the end, well, like I say, we've got 7 minutes left.
It was. It's now 1.1. As you said that.
Who's just? Oh, Narvel's just improved. Very nice. He's improved by what? About 8/10 of a second. What that is?
He's jumped up a fair bit.
That's quite a bit. And obviously, when you mentioned that, I missed what Tom's Carter split was in his middle sector, so that's annoying. But it doesn't matter. He's about to come up to the line. So how much of an improvement will it be for Tom? Up to line, up to 4th, 5/10 quicker. He's up to 4th. Now we go on board, I believe, with Steljo, who's on it, who's just crossed the split, and he's almost 2/10 up on his current best. If he could find another half a 10 for this final sector here, he could break the 27s. Will Steljo do it as he's coming out last corner, foot to the floor, and up to the line. Now, what's it going to be? Oh, he lost a little bit in there in the last sector, but it's a new fastest lap of a 1:28.128. Hello, a second. Man's did a 1 minute 28.128. I like that. I like that. Man's only got 3 numbers in his. That's funny. Right, who else is on a lap that we can? It looks like some people improved. We now got 11 people into the 28s. Because who else just improved? Oh, that's it. Craig's improved. He's up to 7th. Owen's invalidated. Swifty also improved. Not long, just gone over the line. He's up to 2nd. Got KFC on. I think he's on a lap. He's only just under a 10th up. Oh, Poochie heading with an improvement. Goes provisional pole at 1:28.059. Oh, I think to answer that, Corey Brooks, I think we may see a 27. I think we could see a 27. It's very close. Like,
yeah.
Steljo was close. Poochie's even closer. KFC might even be closer. Never mind, he's actually. Oh, he is faster, and he's on the front row, but half a second behind half a 10th behind Poochie. So there's a good lap there from KFC. Swifty is not on a lap. Chester Pup's coming into the pits. Craig's not on a lap. Eco starting a lap. Go. You want a lap to go? Find out in a second when he comes across the first sector split. Round about now. Well, he's up by 11/100ths.
Yes, it looks like he's on a lap.
So he's on a lap. He's currently in P10. So if he finds if he finds at least about 2/10, he'll split the not the Hasses, the Salbers. We need to keep it clean. Obviously, now on the run, the turn 11. I see he's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. I hope that Red Bull and Merc get out of his way. I think the Merc is actually Sonny, so I think he might be gonna start another lap. Tico at the last corner. Up to line. How much of an improvement is it gonna be for the Alpine? It's a 10th.5. No improvement on their position, but hey, he's pretty much there with Clear and Craig there. Only 100th off the pair of them. Johnny went into the pit, so Ty's come back out onto the track. Currently in 9th. So, well, with 3 minutes left, I expect some more coming out. So, right now, 1.3 separates the entire grid right now. Obviously, Chalk being the slowest man on track right now. But, obviously, with 3 minutes left, that can all change. Obviously, Pucci is the fastest right now. But only by about, what, half a tenth? It's getting closer, isn't it, Lanky?
Yeah, especially now, like, towards this back end of qualifying as well. People getting the, adjustments on setup and that after their first runs. The times are really tight, like less than a tenth for the first three, the top three.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that, yeah. Obviously, Swifty's just under a tenth behind Steljo as well. So, looks like they're all coming out. I don't think Tico might get another lap in. Put enough fuel in that Alpine, but I don't think he is. Will Craig and Sonny come out? Sonny would have to come out soon if he wants to try for another lap. Like, Craig's doing the right thing. He's coming out now, so he might get another lap in. As we ride on board here with Tycler, looks like he's going to be the first one to actually do a lap. Yeah, because Narvel and Chalk have also just crossed the line to start their lap, so I'll have to go on board them two after quite quickly. Let's see if Tycler can go any quicker. He's currently sat in 9th with 28.7. If he finds a 400th improvement, he will go up a place. But he's a 10th.5 down on his first sector, so that's not a good start. But obviously, that's only the first sector, so still plenty of time to find. Let's see how he does on the rest of his lap. So he missed the apex there a little bit. Ah, yes, the nice engine roll. Let's see if he misses any more apex now. We're actually jumping on board with him. What's going to be over this next split? He's still a 10th down, but he might not actually find any improvement. I can see on his steering wheel, he's burning that battery on this last straight here. He's going to save the rest of it to burn now. Up to line, how will he improve on his lap? Currently 9th and does improve at the last sector, so he's up to 8th for now. As it looks like Narvel's improved. And Chalk also did improve, so it's now 1.1 separates the entire grid. Will Sonny get across the line? Yes, he does. Just Swifty goes provisional pole over 28.004. Chester Pup stays at 7th. Obviously, Tico. That's nice. Whereas Steljo not happy with his lap, so he's into the box and retired. Pucci's off the road, so he is not improving. He's also taken out he's taken out the sponsor boards. Pucci, you can't be destroying our stuff. I just noticed Owen's gone up to P2. AFC trying to find an improvement. Where's Tom? Tom's coming through the last sector. He's 2.5 tenths up. Oh, so this could be a big improvement. He needs to find some more time in his final sector here. He wants at least 4 tenths if he wants to try and get anywhere close to the front row. Coming at last corner now. Now foot to the floor, up to the line. What's it going to be for Tom? It's only a 10th.5 in the end, so he stays P6. As oh, hello, we do get a 27. KFC bloke, 27.8. What a lap. As Craig doesn't improve, well, yep, doesn't improve. And obviously tackle it into the pits. We got on board with Sonny up to the line. Does improve by just over 2 tenths, but only good enough to move ahead of Mad Move. So I do believe that is it, because Poochie's not on a lap because he's validated and Swifty's just crossing the line. So that
yeah, I think
that's done.
so.
So that is qualifying.
Tight.
But,
What are we looking at? Less than a second from 12th to 1st.
yeah, less than a second there. Obviously, Mad Move and Chalk just outside. So from the 1st down to 14th, about 1.3 covers the entire grid, which is not a bad spread at all. So, gotta give it up to the OTLR team to actually get this sorted, and I find that everyone's reasonable pace for this one. That's a good, but obviously that KFC bloke fastest of anybody, and only person to hit the 27s. So here you go then, full classification. You got that KFC bloke on pole with a 127.836. And the only person to hit the 27s, and you got Swifty join him on the front row, then Owen, Poochie on row 2, Steljo and Tom Carter on 3, then Chester and Ty Clear, Craig and Tico, Narvel, Sonny, Mad Move, and then Chalk, the last person to round out the grid. So now I'll bring you back to my ugly mug. When I press the right button. So hello. Yeah, there's a Philip Hoffman and a Rodney Trotter here. Obviously, I would have our regular names. Obviously, I am Piney Penguin, and the other person is Lanky. We just wanted to do a little funny joke. Well, it says like Ricky asked me to do this because Paul was a 27.8. So the joke is that I look like a Philip Seymour Hoffman when he was younger, and Rodney Trotter is Lanky's lookalike, celebrity lookalike. So we're just doing it for a joke. So it's all good. Right, and now let's pop on the race schedule for you all. So obviously we start here in Bahrain, then we go to Las Vegas next week, then going to Brazil for round 3, and then what is that? Imola for round 4. Round 5 being the Red Bull Ring. And then Miami, Singapore, Silverstone, Austin, Barcelona, Melbourne, and then obviously ending in October. Was that October? Well, end of September with Yas Marina. Obviously, we'll be racing on the 30th of September, and thing. I say, this is a bit lanky. Is there not any break weeks in their calendar?
Sorry?
Is there not any break weeks in the calendar? Because I don't see any. That's what I'm just looking for.
No, I think it's just obviously a gap between the dates.
Obviously, there's always a gap between the days because obviously the first date will be the Tuesday and the second date will be the Wednesday. So that's why you can see with Bahrain it says 1st and 2nd. Obviously, today's being the 1st of July, and obviously, Division 1 be racing tomorrow on the 2nd of July. Like, but between them, I don't see like any like a week break or anything. So it looks like we're just gonna carry on through the entire season, unless I'm just blind as shit.
I can't fully remember off the top of my head.
Is it unless there's a break between Silverstone and Austin? I think there's a break there. Oh no, there is. Oh no, I think there's a break after Imola actually, because there's like, yeah, no. So there'll be I assume there's a break week between Imola and Red Bull, and then obviously then between Silverstone and Austin. I just noticed there are some big gaps. Yeah. So also just quickly put on the track map. Obviously you'll see the lovely Bahrain track, 15 corners, 3 DRS zones, and 15 corners. So lovely track to start on. And obviously if I just quickly go back to here and then just wait for the go, and I can press this button. I do believe this is the updated driver lineup for Division 2. Obviously you can see most of the drivers are here. Obviously we're missing, I see for a fact we're missing a Sid, a Sam, I think we're missing Jack as well for Mercedes. We're also missing like Juice, missing Narville's teammate. We've got both the kicks, and I think and then J11's also missing, and I think the other Hash driver's also missing. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them was going to join us, but power cut is they've got a power cut which is stopping them joining us. Obviously that is unfortunate for them. Now I'll remove this so you can see my ugly mug and my penguin. Gotta have the reason why I'm called Penguin. But yeah. So yeah. Obviously now we're just doing our mid-session break somewhat while our lobby host fixes the grid and puts the collisions on, because during qualifying we have collisions turned off, so that gets rid of that nasty slipstream. No advantage of that rubbish. So obviously I'm not sure how much of a problem it is on this year's game, but I know on last year's game it was horrendous. You gained so much time from slipstreaming someone ahead of you. But thankfully we have it turned off for qualifying, and then obviously we turn it back on for the main race, because that's when it should be used. You need that slipstream to make those all-important overtakes. So we'll have to see how well that KFC bloke does from pole. Obviously only man to get into the 27s. So we'll have to see how he does. Just waiting for Lanky to sort out the grid for today.
Yep. Which is just being finished, so we are ready to ready them back up.
We're ready to go.
We are.
Right. So Lanky's given them now.
They've been readied.
Yep. So Lanky's now given them the go ahead to get ready. Obviously, as soon as we load in, everyone needs to give all the drivers a few minutes to sort out their setups, because we don't want people like starting too early and just forgetting to put setups on. We've had this in the past where people just forget to put setups on, and they blame whoever readied up too early.
So, got sort of like out of the people here today, it's sort of like 50-50 split as well of returning drivers from previous season, and also some new drivers with the new game, and
see a lot of those new, hopefully
new
as
people,
well
new
as
sign-ups. So
and hopefully
quite
as
a
the
few debuts.
For God's sake, this is not
Sorry.
no, this is not a good start.
It's the delay, isn't it? There's a slight delay by the time we hear each other, so it's like
yeah. So obviously you'll have to if me and Lanky do cross each other over, obviously you'll have to forgive us for it, because obviously first time we've actually commentated together. So obviously I remember doing OTLR season 2. I was doing comms with Tom Carter, I think, after the second race, I think it was. But a couple, because I think I did like 2 races and I gave up, and then I joined the comms team instead. And I was still, and me and Tom Carter, we were cutting over each other as well. So it just, that wasn't a good start either. But we did iron those out later as it went on.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll sort of learn the
ropes.
Not learn, but you know what I mean. We'll get used to the how like little delay from when we speak and you hearing it to respond to it. But
Yep.
it's like the Xbox to Discord integration. It's not the greatest.
Nope, it definitely is not. I'm pretty sure PlayStation with Discord is so much better.
Yeah, I believe so. All round.
But anyway, now we're
for
back.
streaming.
Oh, there we go. We're back into it. Drivers are all done. The setups are all ready. And lights are on. And out they go. And away we go. And let's see how well our leader does. He's chopped across ahead of Pucci. Owen looks to have a decent start as well. He's going to try and go around the outside of the Swifty and does. Owen's up into second. That KFC bloke's got a decent start. Obviously now Swifty's all over the back of Owen. Going to try and go on the outside here at turn 4. Going to try and make the move stick. Owen's giving him plenty of space. But now it looks like Owen is going to get the move done. Nostalgia going to try and get past Pucci, but it gets it all wrong and into the back of Swifty and loses some front wing as well. And now looks like Chester Pup's going to go down the inside of Stelja there. Oh, and gets it all wrong.
Little contact.
Yeah, a little contact with Tom Carter. So it looks like Tico's going to have a little look as well at Stelja. No, so Stelja with that wing damage is not helping him at all. Obviously as well, Tico's actually on the soft tyres, so that will be explain why he's having a much better start. As Tom is side by side here with the other Kicks Albert. He's also on the medium tyre. Obviously, that KFC bloke is already a second and a half ahead at the front of Owen. As it looks like here, again, that Salbert is trying to get past Tom here for 8th. Is not going to do it. And there goes Steljo peeling off into the pits after his own little mistake gave him wing damage and gets 10 seconds for speeding. Oh dear, so Steljo's race has just gone from bad to worse. I said, that is not the start you want. Obviously, oh, and that's not what Chalk wants either. Literally about to start spectating because he's right ahead of his teammate and instantly picks up 3 seconds after 1 lap. That is not very good. So this man KFC, I think, has clearly done a lot of practicing because he's already broke 2 seconds to Owen behind him. Because Owen has Pucci and Swifty for company. So that's.
Everyone else behind though is all in now, like pretty much in the DRS of the car ahead up to 12th. So they all have that assistance this lap.
Yep. Obviously Owen and KFC don't. Obviously KFC being the leader and Owen being just over 2 seconds behind. So KFC has definitely had the dream start in this. Yeah, clearly just breaking away from Owen. Obviously now this is why we're like, let's have a look at these position gains. The Swifties lost 2. Tico's gained 5 and so is Chalk. Obviously biggest loser unfortunately is Steljo, but that is self-inflicted damage. And now I have a look at these tyres. So like looks like my KFC's broken away very quickly. We've got KFC on the softs along with Pucci, Tico, Chester, Craig and Chalk also on the softs. So that's everyone else is on the mediums, and obviously Steljo, obviously boxing early. Oh, hello, we got Swift and Tico here going for 4th, and gets the move done on the inside of turn 4. Very nice move there by the Alpine. And we've got yellow flags in sector 1. It looks like one of the Mercs is facing the opposite direction. That's never good to see.
Sonny there by the looks of it.
Oh no, Sonny Hayes is not doing so well. Oh, hello. Got Chester here, right on the back of Swifty here, but obviously lost a little bit of ground there. Obviously.
Yeah, like the leaders sort of settled though. KFC pulled that gap in the first lap to 2 laps, but it's sort of held around the same sort of time for this lap.
Yep, it definitely has. Now my question is, how long will these soft runners last? I remember from last year's game around Bahrain, the softs would last as long as the mediums in the first stint. I don't know if that's still the same, still going to happen as well because there's obviously a new game. I don't know. Oh, hello. Chester.
I mean, it's quite hot here, isn't it?
It is. So, high deck will be bad, obviously, as well. Softer compounds compared to previous games. As Chester is still looking for a way past Swifty here, as it looks like the other Merc is now facing the wrong direction. Oh, as Chester's now the latest person to pick up 3 seconds for track limits. Chalk has finally got moving, so that's not going to be helpful for him, facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, we've got Owen that has switched with Poochie, and Poochie's right there on the tail of Owen. We're going into turn
11.
Is that 11? Is it?
Yeah, it's 11.
I was trying to count them there quickly. I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
So that's 11. Going around turn 12 here, and then up to turn 13, and then obviously 14 and 15 are the last 2 corners.
I work better with the turn numbers than names, but I just couldn't think of that one off the top of my head then.
Yeah, none of the corners of Bahrain's has names. Obviously, Poochie looks to be closer than...
Not that I know of, anyway.
Closer than before. Oh, I thought Owen was doing a little thing there, but now he's breaking the toe by trying to dummy to go into the pits. But as he... hello, Owen made a little mistake there, looked like. But Poochie's just not looking to really take advantage. Oh, Chalk getting 10 seconds for speed in the pits as Poochie trying to make a move around the outside, but not quite. Still kind of close to the back of Owen. Obviously, from second down to second down to 7th, but still within DRS of each other. But other than that, no one else is really kind of close. So, well, I should say, Narvel's close to Mad Move for 10th, and obviously Mad Move's flirting with the 1 second on tie clear. But these guys have well and truly broken away. It's just when some of these guys make their move. Obviously, I'd assume Poochie's has to be soon because those soft tyres will, I'm pretty sure, should die out before the mediums. If they don't, then there's something wrong with the game. Just a matter of time when Poochie decides to make that move. I was like, he must be a lot closer than this.
Yeah, the leader's still the same as well, look. They're still at that 2.2, so they're not they're not dropping away, and then KFC's not gaining at the same time, so...
Yeah. Oh, hello, we got Tom Carter here trying to make a move here. He's side by side with Chester. He's gonna go around the outside, which will then become the inside line for the next corner, and there we go. Job done for Tom Carter, up to 6th, ahead of Chester Pup. Oh, and we've got Poochie gonna try and make a move down the inside here of Owen, as we quickly swapped him, but trying to make the move, but unfortunately, just on this occasion, Owen just had the better exit out of turn 4 than Poochie, so... But Owen seems to be making a few mistakes, but somehow does not seem to be losing any more time to KFC.
I think this would be sort of the time maybe as well that we start seeing if any sort of difference between the 2 tyres. Oh,
what's happened to Poochie?
Poochie, yeah. So I think he's just sort of maybe taking the words out of my mouth there with the grip starting to fall off on them softs now.
I don't know what happened there to him, but something seems to have snapped for him, and Obviously now his teammates going to try to take advantage up the inside, coming around turn 13. Still side by side, the two Aston Martins. Obviously,
Didn't want to give him the traction that he was looking for. I was on board with him, and it just the revs went right up. It was like he spun out of the corner.
Yep, and for that he's into the pits. Pucci into the box. Obviously, as well that I noticed the gap was coming down between Owen and KFC, but it's gone back up again. It was down to under 2 seconds, but it's now back up to 2.3. So obviously now Tico will try to have a look at Owen, but obviously not close enough. Swifty's just outside of DRS. Surprised Tom Carter didn't try to take advantage on that. Oh, as Owen now picks up, the latest person to pick up 3 seconds for track limits. This is where I'm like, can I get a different camera angle, please? I was stuck on the engine pod camera for a while there. There we go, finally. Right, will Tom Carter make a move? No, he's way too far back. And Tico is a little bit too far back from Owen. I think with Owen making that small mistake, he's dropped a little time to KFC there.
But it looks like Tom's making a push on Swifty here. He's just knocked 3/10 off of him coming around those two corners. But then it may be lacking in straight line. It could be that Swifty has a lower downforce setup maybe, but we'll see here. He was looking like he was pushing for him.
Oh, there we go. Tom Carter's going to make the move down the inside into turn 1. But Swifty is still there, but Tom better on the exit and keeps the place. I also noticed KFC bloke jumped into the pits, so he'll be probably slapping on a set of hard tyres. I would assume just... No, he's put on another set of softs. So he's doing double soft hard, I'd assume.
That was a good move from Tom there, and he's been patient as well, and he's probably thinking as well, he knows Tico ahead now is going to be starting to feel that, you know, the wear on them softs. And then Owen's just ahead of him there, so yeah, I think he's waited for a good time there to make the move.
Yep. Looks like Chester Puppy there is struggling to keep up with this guys. He's now flirting outside the 1 second on these front four here. So it might just be a 4-man fight now. Obviously, these guys will obviously pit a lot later. So it looks like Tico's not having any issues right now with his off tyres. Forward when he decides to go, and it might be this lap, might not be. Obviously, all the other people who started on the softs have been in. Nope, that answers that question. He's in. It looks like Tom Carter's following him. And looks like Chester Popper's also in as well, so... Why isn't it Owens? Kind of interesting.
I suppose the mediums have gone with and not gone a couple of laps more, at least.
Yeah, I think
interesting, that one.
Yeah, I think I might be still right then with the softs and the mediums lasting as...
Not that much difference.
Yeah, I think it's like a lap difference, so... I know the strategy is... I think probably could be a two-stop.
One person to keep an eye on would be the KFC bloke. He's been in some clean air since he's stopped.
Yep. Nice.
So he's been able to pump it down, so it'd be good to see just how much of a benefit he's got from any undercut or anything.
Yep, well he's got
a
free...
he's not undercut, he wasn't behind, was he? But you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, he's only 6 seconds behind Sonny. But obviously, the big thing to say is, Pucci pitted a lap after, and he's 3 seconds ahead of Pucci. And obviously, Tico's pitted a lap after Pucci, and he's 3 seconds behind. So the undercutters seems to be very powerful because they've gained 3 seconds on the people ahead of them, behind them. Sorry. But obviously, Tom is going to stay with him. It's just a point when Tom decides to push through. Obviously, it looks like Tom's gone to another set of mediums. It looks like
KFC's gone on. That's his second set of softs, isn't it? So he's gonna have to go for a set of mediums. So
oh, and he's just
looks
picked
like
up 3.
2 stop.
He's
Who's
just
that?
he just picked up 3 seconds. Did KFC, and guess fastest
No,
lap.
sorry, the yellow flag in sector 2 as well.
Oh,
That was Sonny. No,
Sonny's.
the other one.
No, Sonny's in the pits. It's Chalk.
That's Chalk.
Chalk has chalked it again as Tom Carter's going down the inside here into turn 1. And then, is he going to get the job done? Yes, is the answer. But obviously, Nico will have a chance to get back at him. Also, with his help of DRS. Will he try to move into turn 4? Maybe on the outside? Not quite close enough. But Tom into what is provisional 3rd when Swifty and Owen do pit. Obviously, these two have not pitted, and I assume they're on the same tyre they started, which will be the mediums. They've done 9 laps on the mediums. But I think these two are going to try to stretch it to maybe a 1-stop. So I was like, surely, like, if they want to try stretch it,
it would be a stretch.
It would be, because they'll have to stretch these. They have to stretch these mediums to what I would say about lap 12. I would reckon, and then pit then for hards to the end. We'll have to see. Obviously, Owen a little bit wide out last corner, but again, chooses not to pit, but Swifty does. Swifty, a bit of a late decision there to pit. So we've done 10 laps on those tyres, and lap 11. So if Owen is going to do the 2-stop, I expect him in at the end of lap 12. I reckon, if he's going to do the 1-stop. Obviously, it is a big gamble. A very big gamble, because everybody's going to be doing 2-stop. But I think by the end, they will be faster than people on 2-stops. So this is a big gamble.
12 and then 17.
Yeah, so
on the others, wouldn't it be then?
So we'll have to see how much he does. Obviously, we'll have to keep an eye on Steljo as well, because obviously he had to pit after lap 1. He's on the hards. So keep a track of... We'll have to keep a track of him. See when he comes back in. So he'll have to pit again. There's no way his hards will make 28 laps. There's absolutely no way. They'll pop after, I would say, 22. I'd say my guess is, if they pop. But obviously as well, that depends how well these look after their tyres. As Mad Move is the latest person to pick up 3 seconds for track limit violation. That's not a good...
It would be temperature, I'd imagine, to get these tyres as the wear gets high.
Yeah, it would, yep. Obviously, keep an eye on Owen. Obviously, he's losing a couple seconds a lap to KFC. Obviously, KFC is on brand new softs. He only pitted, what, 3 laps ago, I'm going to say? Obviously, Pucci he's doubled his gap that he had over Pucci, but I think Pucci's made a mistake somewhere, because look who's right on his diffuser. It's the fan favourite Tom Carter. But ooh! I thought Pucci was going in there. He'd done the dummy, but it looks like he's gonna still lose the place to Tom Carter, as Tom's gonna go around the outside, then have the inside. And looks like Tico might try to squeeze to the inside that turn 3. Now side by side, and then gets the job done. Both Tico and Tom into what is provisional 2nd. Well, actually, no, it's just fighting for the podium, because obviously Owen still staying out. He's done 11 laps now on those mediums. Like I said, I think if anything, if he's going to do the 1-stop, I think it's either end of this lap or next lap. But I reckon it'll be more the end of this lap, if he's going to do it. I expect Hards to go on that pass. But he has lost a lot of time to KFC, because obviously, again, KFC does have to pit again, because he's done double softs. It's going to be interesting to see how if he does do the 1-stop. If he doesn't, I'll be sad. He's gone that long on the medium tyres.
It would be interesting to see, like, find out.
Oh, there I go.
Yeah, because obviously one thing I know that is one of the biggest questions on this game at the moment is strategies.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
yeah, especially for some tracks. Like some tracks, it'll be either by one stop because the deg is not that high. I know for some tracks it definitely is not. I think one of those tracks is Silverstone. We know from last year's game the deg was not that high because you could do medium softs on last year's game. But obviously, it's soft tires could be different, but you never know. Obviously, it'd be interesting to see where Owen's come out. He's come out as some relatively cleaner. He's behind Swifty, who pitted a couple laps ago. Obviously, as well, Owen is on that hard tyre because you can see the white on the tyres. Ahead of Steljo, and how many laps has Steljo done on his hards? 11. Okay, Swifty's also gone onto hard, so is Swifty also doing a one stop as well? But he's going to do 19 laps on his hards.
That's what I mean. It's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've got two people, possible one stops, where I think everybody else is on a two stop. I know Tom and KFC are both definitely on one stops because they've done well. KFC's done double soft, Tom's done double mediums. I think Pico will also be on a two stop. He started on softs and went to mediums. So it'll be interesting. We've still also broken away from Poochie, and obviously Poochie's on.
Yeah, we're only halfway as well, like bang on, pretty much.
Half of 29. Yes.
And a half, isn't it?
Yeah, well, halfway around this lap. But right now, KFC is nowhere near half this. Nowhere near half. Half would be probably about 10. Oh dear. Tom picking up his first 3 seconds. Oh, terrible camera angles. There we go. Got a helicopter angle now.
That's the best one.
Yeah, we love the helicopter shots.
I liked the one on the Grand Prix on the weekend on the crane. Was it turn 3? 4?
What, the Red Bull Ring?
They had a camera. Yeah, they had a camera on a crane, like it's stationary, but pointing straight down like a bird's eye view. That camera was great.
Yeah, I said there will be probably some of those at different tracks. Get those tires off. Don't want to keep them on for too long because they do block the view a bit. Obviously, just looking at it, it looks like half the grid have pens. Obviously, Steljo's at 10. Steljo's is at 10 seconds for speeding in the pits. Truck also has 10 for speeding, but he also has 3 seconds for track limits as well. And it looks like KFC's in for the second time now. So he'll be going on to probably a set of hards to the end. As Tico and Tom Carter are fighting over first again here. Trying to go around the outside, just let him come the inside line. And there we go, up ahead. But Tom Carter's going to take that very quickly with the help of DRS on the inside as we come up to turn 4. And there we go, Tom Carter retakes the lead of this race. But I think Tico's not going to take that line down. A little bit of tyre banging I saw there. But good moves from the pair of them. But obviously Tom Carter still in the lead. I'll say someone sounds happy in the background there, Lanky.
Yeah, apologies. That's my son in the background. Yeah, then.
Dear. Yeah, I don't know if the stream heard it, but I definitely heard it. Ah, yes. He does look to have dropped off a little bit as well from Tom Carr this lap. Also, the bigger question is, when are these two going to pit? And one thing we will have to keep a track of is this man here, KFC, on his 3rd set of soft tyres. Excuse me?
He's going for a 3. Right, like I was saying, very interesting. The strategy thing at the moment on this game is one of those that.
So what's he doing then?
It's
soft.
the wear is so high.
He's doing soft. What is it?
Soft medium it would be,
Triple
wouldn't it?
softs into mediums for his last stint. We've got a couple more into the pits.
Or soft, hard if he doesn't think the mediums would be that
Still,
great.
there we
Much
go.
of a
That's a
difference.
good question. Still just pitted again. He did 14 laps on those hards. I surely believe I believe they can go longer. Obviously, one thing to keep track of is how quickly KFC is going to catch Owen, and how quickly is Owen going to get past these guys ahead. Because Owen is on the back of Craig and Swift here. And obviously Owen on the fresher rubber needs to try and get past these guys as fast as possible, because that is a charging KFC behind him. Obviously, he's going to know, oh, he's going to pit again, so he's probably thinking, I don't need to fight this guy when he catches up eventually. Obviously, I assume in the next couple of laps. But if I was Owen, I'd still try and get past these two ahead of him. Especially Swifty, because he's on the same strategy as you, so... Obviously, he pitted 2 laps sooner. Oh, Stelja picks up 3 for track limits. Oh, and so does Chalk. At the exact same corner. That's funny. So, Titko is into the pits.
I'm just on with Owen at the moment, and he's all over the back of Craig.
Yeah, I can see that, because I'm looking at it as well. And here he goes up to the inside. Craig is still there though. A little bit of contact, but it looks like Owen's got it, and he's also still got DRS on Swifty. So this is the most important battle to see here. These two here. Swifty 2-lap older, hard tyres compared to Owen. I would say these two are pretty much the net leaders, because I assume Chester and Tom Carter need to pit again. So these two relatively are fighting for what is the lead of the race. I'm locking up a here there. Oh, hello, Craig's a bit deep out of turn 10 there. That's definitely going to give KFC bloke a free pass to overtake him. The Chalk's into the pits as well for his second stop. Keep on board here. Obviously, this is the fight for the last podium spot on the road, but with Tom and Chester not pitting, this will be for first and second. Obviously, they have broken away a little bit from Craig, but obviously KFC's caught up to Craig now. I assume Craig might be in this lap. Nope, they're not for another lap. Oh, as Chester and Tom are both into the pits like I said they would. Oh, that's a bit of a tight one there from Swift. But Owen later on the brakes has gone deep. Oh, and contact is made, and round goes Owen, and that's a reset to track. This is where, Blake, please, is there any rules against resetting the track? Because that definitely was a reset.
Oh, there is.
Oh dear. So he's going to be in trouble after the race. But that is a shame there though, but obviously he went a little bit deep. I think rejoined a little bit unsafely to cause contact with Swifty. So he's going to have to try and catch up to Craig again. Also with the contact with Swifty, he's actually allowed KFC but to go ahead, and Stella Joe has had enough of his racing. He's calling it a day. He's discovered, I'm not getting points, what's the point of racing? And this is where we're like, Tom pitted the lap after Tico, yet he's still ahead. Interesting. So was the Alpine in traffic or something? Surely not, he was in clean air. And Tom's already broke a full second to him. Interesting. Oh, there we go. KFC into the pits for what is his last time. Obviously now I would assume it will be the soft tyres going on. Oh, sorry, mediums, but never mind. No, it's just a set of hard tyres going on that car. It is a set of hard tyres going on that Red Bull. But now here's your race leader, Swifty. in the lead, and obviously Owen is chasing, but obviously Owen does have that 3-second time penalty for track limits. But I think him resetting the track that we obviously did witness on stream is gonna come also back to bite him in the rear. But these guys got 10 laps left to go, and they've done 8 and 6 laps respectively on their current tyres. Right, 11 laps including this one. Sorry. I said, Mad Move's not pit. I was only made one pit stop. I noticed he's on it. But KFC on 6 seconds of pens, and Chalk also on 6 seconds of pens. Everyone else is on 3. Damn! Damn! I panned to this too late! Tom Carr making a move on Mad Move there. Looks like... Well, he's trying to take it back as Mad Move, but I don't think he's going to. But damn. I missed that.
Back in. And that's put him to 8th now, and he's got 9 laps to make it back up, so... he might have cost himself with the strat there.
Yeah, like... Oh, Mad Move picking up 10 for speeding in the pits. That is not going to help his race. But one thing to note, though, Owen is actually slowly catching Swifty at the front there. But yeah, I think KFC pitting to put on hards. I think he should have put on a fresh set of mediums. The mediums could 100% made it to the end from lap 19. Easily made the end. There's obviously less fuel in the cars.
Yeah, they would have gone to 10.
He would have easily got to 10, but now Biggie's thing. So brand new hards. I say, Owen is almost within that 1 second. After the earlier contact with Swifty, doesn't seem to have phased him. He's caught back up, but we'll have to see.
Tom's in a good spot here.
Definitely is.
Was he? He's on 2 lap old hards. The guys in front are older.
Yeah, so he could catch him by the end, I reckon. He could definitely catch him by the end. Oh, look at this.
Fight him, but
Owen, even with the contact of Swifty a few laps ago, has caught him and now has got ahead of him. So Owen back into the lead of this race. As I saw, Craig is the latest person to pick up 3 seconds for track limits. We're now down to 5 drivers who don't have 3 seconds. Being Swifty, so Sonny, Clear and Naldo. But Owen only just getting past Swifty is almost broke DRS to him within about half a lap, pretty much. Oh, and has broke the foot. Okay. How is he? Oh, 50 makes a big mistake there. How is this man got past him on the straight and then broke a full second in one sector? And the difference between the tyres is only 2 laps old.
the only thing I would say is ERS management or usage.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Swifty's made a bigger mistake. He's actually dropped it completely. And now Tom Carr's going to take full advantage of this. And Swifty making not 1 but 2 mistakes. First went wide at turn 10 and then dropping it after turn 11 has just really hurt him. And he's all over the back of that Ferrari. As a one also smart thing on this year's game, you can see the draining on the tyres when they get worn. You can see that front. Oh, you can see that front left there. You can see the draining on it. We'll see Swifty back ahead of Tom Carter thanks to DRS and the battery usage. Oh, Tom Carter on the brakes. Contact there. Wheel banging. Bit more wheel banging.
Yeah.
Still side by side these two are, I think. Yep, still more wheel banging. This is not over. Swifty trying to keep the position ahead of Tom. They're still side by side, but obviously now he's going to go wider. And look, Tico's going to take full advantage, and he's going to go flying through as well. So Swifty trying to keep second ahead of Tom Carter has not helped him, as somehow he's forced Tico into getting a penalty, and now it's giving him 3 seconds. Down to 4 drivers now with no pens. Oh, more wheel banging between Swifty and Tico there. Some aftermath there. And look, here we go, Tico again, gonna try and go around it. Wow. That was a... Never thought I'd see someone make a move at turn 11 and 12, but yep, that just happened.
Yeah.
But really, I don't know why Swifty's really fighting it. He doesn't have 3 seconds compared to the other two. All he needs to do is just stay within that DRS, and he gets back on the podium. Like, he doesn't need to fight. But thankfully, where Tom is, he's ahead of Tico in second, so he'll keep a podium, but won't be second. Well, not second, third. I'm missing Pucci going past Chester here for 5th. Also, I see KFC behind him. The man who started on the front row, or should I say started pole, is struggling to kind of catch up and make places as Chester and Pucci still fighting over what is 5th place. But looks like Chester has let Pucci through, and we'll probably try again out the next possible DRS zone. I doubt it'll be between turn 11 and 10 and 11, but not enough. Oh, actually, I was proven wrong because Tom Carter made a move attack there early in the race. Oh, KFC is now actually the DRS of the ahead of him. So
Yeah.
go back on board with the Red Bull. To be able to, obviously, brand new hards. You know, let's have a look at these tyres. He's the only one to do 3 stops. Swifty and Owen have done 1 stop. Everyone else has done 2. Oh, sorry, Chalk's done 3 as well. And there's the life of the tyres. So KFC has only got a lap younger tyre, lap younger. As Soddy's the latest person to pick for 3 seconds. We're down to 3 drivers now with no 3 seconds. Will KFC try and make the move into turn 1 on the inside of Puppy here? Yes, he does. And there we go. KFC into what is 6th place. And we'll now try to get ahead of Poochie Head, who's got 3 lap older tyres. We'll try around the outside here. Side by side with the Aston Martin driver. Obviously, Poochie get on the power a bit better than KFC. But he's still there, like all over the back of him. Might try to go for a little bit of move on the inside of turn 8. Nope. I also thought Pucci into a bit of a mistake, but not quite. Obviously, KFC want to try and get past him as soon as possible. Go try the up and under here at turn 10. He's definitely going to try and make a move before turn 11. Pucci coming to the thing, try to cover the inside line, make KFC go the hot long way round. Nope, fought against it. Oh, but he might go up the inside here, turn 11, and does, which will now be the outside for the next corner. Still side by side, these two are for what is P5. But Pucci slightly later on the brakes keeps the position for now. But I don't think KFC will be waiting long to try and get past him. We'll probably wait until the DRS line, next DRS straight to do it. He will surely get the move into 5th here. Pucci going towards the pit wall. And obviously now coming back across. Only go try and go on the outside though is KFC. Pucci again later on the brakes. KFC still there on the inside of turn 2. Still side by side. Still more wheel banging. And Puppy's going to get involved as well as Owen picks up another 3 seconds for track limits. But KFC almost... Oh, I think he's got it at last. He's finally got ahead of Pucci. After one whole lap is stuck behind that Aston Martin, he's finally got through into 5th. Damn. It took him a while.
Yeah. Plenty of little, like, bump, little wheel bangs as well. Let each know that they're still,
Mhm.
but nothing
Uh,
too like
yeah.
crazy. It was, you know, it didn't.
No, it looked
It wasn't crazy.
No, it looked all fair and clean from my perspective. But one thing you failed to bring to my attention, Tom Carter's gap a couple laps ago to Owen was over 5 seconds. He's halved it.
Yeah, well, you just brought that to my attention, so I didn't even know because I've been looking at the battle, and then I was watching
Oh, hello, Pooch.
to behind as well, Mad Move and Sonny, because Sonny's getting close. Mad Move is getting close to Sonny.
Yeah,
So I was flicking through.
again, I didn't even notice this. Poochie's got past, well, got back past KFC, and the KFC's now got back past. There's like Chester's gonna also have a look down the inside. Obviously on the power earlier. Chester, are you gonna get the place? Some tyre banging, which forces Poochie off the road. Both have DRS because of KFC, but looks like Poochie's gonna have to settle for 7th as Chester is into 6th. And this gap at the front here is actually coming down. And I think the bigger question is if I just swap it to the pens.
Tom's got his eyes set on the win here.
I think I was a. He has 3 seconds compared to Owen's 6. So if Tom can keep within 3 seconds, he will inherit the win.
He's doing 1.5 now.
Yeah, and one thing I have noticed, Swifty's dropped massively off of Tico and Tom. Obviously, Tico's not going to be close enough to Tom to try and inherit some thing, but like Thomas, I think
Tom's got to do is keep it clean, bring it home, really.
Yeah, but I think realistically, Tom.
But he wants it on track, you know, we're racers.
Yeah, I think he wants to win it on the road. He's only 1.2 now behind Owen. So this one stop Owen tried to do has relatively worked out. So we've got 3 laps to go here. Tom is only 1.3 behind, but will still get the win anyway because of Owen's 6 compared to Tom's 3. So this is going to be a very, very interesting one. I'll have to see if Tom Carter can catch and take lead. As looks like the battle between Chester Pup and Poochie is still not finished. They're still squabbling over 6th. I can still see it on their thing. They're still squabbling. As Poochie's got DRS on Puppy and has got into 6th. These two still squabbling so much that their KFC blocks have gotten away from him. And if you notice, with KFC here, look how close he is to Swifty. Like, fresher tyres, like how much fresher his tyres compared to Swifty's?
Swifty's on the 1 stop.
Yeah, Swifty's on 16 old hards, where KFC's on 8. So, so KFC will be in striking distance with probably the next lap or so. Tom's already in the striking distance. He could easily get into the lead here, but obviously his tyres are not as worn as Owen's. Owen has done about 14 laps on those hards now, I reckon. So
I think he's gonna pass him and go.
Like, Owen's done well to do the 1 stop, but I think unfortunately Owen might actually just drop behind Tico as well, because Tico is only. There we go, Tom going for the lead. Down the inside, easy enough, job done. Fresher tyres. Oh, hello.
Little lock up.
Little lock up, some contact there, but no between them. But one thing to note is Tico's within 3 seconds of Owen, so Owen might even lose 2nd place here. But he won't lose the podium because Swifty's 7 seconds behind. As I'm going to go back towards Swifty and KFC bloke, as KFC's going to go to the inside and up ahead of Swifty into 4th. But obviously KFC will need to try and gap Swifty by, I think, about 6 seconds as well, because he's got 6 seconds of pens. Yep, he does. I think he might even. No, he won't. Chester's about 4 seconds behind him. So, and also Tom Carter's already broke a full second to Owen after only just getting past. So, second to last lap here, and Tom Carter leads the way.
Very, very good drive, as it stands for Tom, for me. Like, you know, he was patient at the start and everything. Like,
yep.
Yeah, he's. I mean, KFC sort of. He's I
Kinda
think he
his-
threw
yeah, he
his
threw
chance away
yeah,
with
he
doing that
did.
3-stop. Tom might not be where he is if it wasn't for it, but we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never
You know,
know.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter anymore. What matters is he is there now.
Yeah. Obviously now starting the final lap of this race. Obviously you've got to give some big props to Owen and Swifty for trying to do the one stop. Obviously it's not really quite worked out for the pair of them, but still,
Yeah, they're the
obviously
only two, aren't they?
Swifty's kept it a clean race, so obviously he will take 4th place back from KFC bloke as long as he doesn't spin. And Poochie and Chester still fighting over 6th. God, these two just can't catch a break with these two. Obviously now Chester's going to have DRS again on Poochie. Will he try and dive down the inside? Nope. He'll have one last chance to get ahead of the Aston Martin on the the third DRS zone after turn 10. But he needs to be a lot closer than he is right now if he wants to try and mount for something. As he needs to be a lot closer than that, sir. Go on, I want to... Go on, puppy, man. Let's see if you get past Poochie again. Oh, as we've got yellow flags in sector 2, I think for the other Sauber having a small spin. Anyway, going back on here, board with Tom Carter as he's coming down to the final 2 turns.
I think he's out of fuel. He's going really slow coming to the end of that straight.
Yeah, must have run out. Anyway, on board here with Tom Carter as the man is weaving as he comes across the line to take the win here in the season 4 opener of OTLR. Tico will take 2nd on the road due to Owen's penalty, so Owen will take 3rd. KFC takes 4th on the road. I think Swifty will just get ahead into 4th on the after post penalties.
Yeah, Craig's out.
And
He's out of fuel.
Oh dear, that is unfortunate. So Poochie takes 4th. sorry, Poochie 6th. Chester 7th. Sonny will take 8th. Mad Move will take 9th. Ty Clear will claim the last points. Sorry, will be bumped up to 9th because that Mad Move had 10 seconds. Oh, sorry, Mad Move just drops because Craig barely takes it.
Yeah,
he ran out of
the
fuel.
last point still.
He ran out of fuel and still gets the
Fair
final
enough.
point. The thing is though, by 0.043. 0.04 of a second he claims the last point. So fair play to Craig. He probably underfueled the car just a little bit, run out on the last lap, but still claims the last point in the first race for OTLR of Division 2. The Mad Move unlucky there. Narvel's obviously now in 12th. And now we just wait for Chalk, who's now crossing the line, obviously. And last of the finishers, and then obviously the only non-finisher in this race was Steljo. I think he retired after lap 20. I think he just gave up because his race went to pot. So here's our race winner then, Tom Carter with his phone saying, "Look, Mum, I won." So a good start then to season 4. Very nice. And obviously that obviously race winners Tom Carter, fastest lap goes to KFC, and obviously driver of the day and most overtakes both go to Tico. And then here's your final classification. Tom Carter with the win, doing a 2-stop strat. Same with Tico getting 2nd from 10th. So rightly so, he gets driver of the day. And then Owen and Swifty both tried the 1-stop. Didn't really work out in the end, but still good effort from them. Obviously from Owen to get on the podium. Then Swifty, KFC, I think with the 3-stop ruined his race a little bit, so he finishes 5th. Then Poochie 6th. Chester finished where he started. Sonny from 12th up to 8th. And Ty Clear. And then Craig with the last point. And then Mad Move, Narvel and Chalk, your final finishers. And then obviously the only DNF is Steljo. So, good race to start with there, wouldn't you say, Lanky?
Yeah, there was plenty of action to look at around the track. Little battles, obviously at the front, and then a couple of other little battles going on down in the midfield with that Chester puppy and that. So there's plenty of racing to see for our season opener.
Yep. definitely. I would assume we're gonna get the top 3 in for a quick little chat. I would assume.
Yeah, I'm just getting on to
Are we? I should put.
asking them guys.
I should get the right screen on. Or put wrong screen. That one. Put the interview screen on. I see a Tom Carter in the interview waiting room. So man already wants to have a chat with us. This is why I'm like, I'll leave the interview stuff to you, sir.
Yeah, so we got Tom, Tico, Owen.
Yep. I think KFC could have easily had the win if he did a 2-stop like everybody else. But nah, he wanted to be special. That's fine by him. So I'm just looking at Discord as well. Swifty just said his tires were 80% at the end there. So holy moly, his tires were definitely somewhat close to popping. So I'll have to see if the other 2 drivers want to come over chat with us. I know Tom Carter will.
Yeah, he is here. So yeah, we'll start with the race winner then. As he was our winning man. So yeah, sounds like that was a stressful one.
Quite depending what you did in my
you-
seat there, mate. Get out my comm seat. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Hello.
How did you find that though?
That was brilliant. I think everyone raced really well. Everyone was driving pretty well. I don't think anyone was. I think it was just like what you needed for the start of the season. A little bit of racing, but everyone's just trying to find their feet and stuff. So I think it was really good from everyone. I didn't see any silliness, so that's good.
Yeah, it didn't seem like, obviously, as it is quite on quite a few tracks at the moment on the game, that the tires were easy to manage. But you obviously had a decent enough strategy set in place, and you capitalised off it, obviously, towards the end there. But I bet you were thinking that it was getting pretty tight once you got into them final 5 laps and was still just behind in second place.
Yeah, I mean the tires. I saw people using the softs, and I thought, no, can't be doing that. They're gonna die. I was tempted to go medium hard. I really like the hard tires on this game. Well, not the hard tires, the harder compounds, more specifically. But I feel like the 2-stopper was probably not the way to go. To be honest, I feel like 1-stopper, if you can manage your tires, is probably the way to go. I got quite lucky with like Swifty and. I think it was it Owen at the end, tripping over each other at one point. Swifty then ended up right in front of me. I felt like that was a bit of a blow. I would have caught a bit earlier maybe if that didn't happen, because we had to sort of get ahead of him. But it was good in the end because it meant that I kept the win, because he would have been there for penalties. So
yeah, a great way to start the season. You can't start the season in any better way really than taking the win. So it puts you on that top step to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Sam was here, to be honest. I wish Sam was here. He's doing some personal endeavours, so I couldn't be here. I'm sure he would have been up here as well. But at least we've both got something to build on next week. 12 rounds for the season. First season for me in OTLR as well. That isn't the commentary season, so I'm very excited. I feel like we're going to have some good point scoring races.
Yeah, it seems to be shaping that way. So yeah, hopefully, and a big congratulations on the win. And
thank you.
I mean, you were looking at a podium, but that win, KFC looked like he had it, didn't he? So
yeah, from P6 as well. I felt like my qualifying pace wasn't very good today, but it's also my first ever like 50% league race win where I'm actually like doing the season like in this format. It's not just 100% or like no sign up format. This is my proper first league win, like the standard.
So even more celebration to it. Yeah, but
yeah,
it meant even more. I bet you were screaming as you crossed the line then.
No, I was just fist pumping in the air.
Yeah.
If other people was in the VC, I probably would have been.
Yeah. But no, cheers for obviously taking the time to speak to us. Don't know if you've got anything you want to add, Piney.
I haven't.
If anything on that, or if, yeah. So
As a master, you'll have to.
yeah, thanks for joining in, and
pull Tico up.
yeah, and congratulations on taking the first win of season 4
Yeah,
in
thank you.
Division 2.
I feel very good. Name on a big list of people. Got quite a few now. To be fair, I was lost track about a season ago. So, but yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, and we shall see you again next week. Right, so I think now we've got IRL Tico, which,
Second.
if I am correct, he was our second place man. Yeah, he was. So Tico, how did that one go? Like, was just starts nice and simple. How did you find that one as a first race of the season?
Yeah,
How was your
was,
car for managing?
it was a good race. I always knew coming into these races that I'm not quick in quality. I've came to realise I've not got the quality pace this year. I've got the race pace. So seeing myself down in 10th, it wasn't a big surprise, but I did expect to be a tiny bit higher. But
Yeah.
off the race start, I was thinking of mediums, but I thought if I go on the softs, then the mediums. Try drag the softs as far as they can possibly go. Puncture territory is what I got to. Yeah, before I pit, my front left was on 80. I was getting round about 80, so I was kind of panicky. I didn't want Tom to follow me in because I knew if I had him behind me the whole race, it'd be difficult to defend him because I know Tom's a good racer. But I got unlucky. I tried to undercut him, couldn't pull it off. I got a bit of traffic on my undercut, which gave him time to get his pit in. So, yeah. And then I
Yeah,
picked
it
up
didn't look like it was the easiest, like for quite a few drivers to manage. And then obviously the strategy is so up there and unknown at the moment.
yeah, especially with the tyre wear this year. The
Yeah,
tyre wear's high. Dirty air was a big effect this year. But I was catching up to Tom when him and Swifty were tripping over each other. And as I went to pass Swifty, I don't know if it was like connection or something, but he punted me, and that's where I picked up my 3 seconds. So I'm kind of gutted about that, but a podium, I'll still take a podium from 10th, let alone not getting the good pace on quali.
oh yeah, like there wasn't any crazy business during the race or safety car or anything either. So like you've had to gain obviously all them positions through pure racing. So you've managed to sort of, other than the win, you've managed to pull pretty much, like, I'd imagine more than what you expected. Should I say? Because from 10th without a safety car or anything like that, it can be quite a long way to catch up on Bahrain because of the DRS.
Yeah, of
Gaps
course.
can pull really big quickly, can't they? So
I mean, take
yeah,
KFC for example. He pulled a 2 second
yeah,
gap off the start.
yeah. I don't know if he meant to with his third set of softs, if that was the plan or what, but it definitely cost him.
Yeah, I did see he went into the third set of softs. I was wondering what he was up to. I think he
Yeah.
might have been waiting for a safety car, but I was unlucky for him today. But I knew
Yeah.
off the start I had to maximise them softs to gain the amount of positions as I did. So
Yeah, they looked all right, to be fair, at the start. I thought they would have fallen off a little bit quicker than they did, but a few of you managed to hang on to them. So I think it was about lap 8, wasn't it? So
yep.
yeah,
But
I thought they would have dropped off a little bit sooner.
overall, it was a fun race, a good race
Yeah,
from Tom.
nice, good.
Congratulations to Tom, obviously. Hoping I didn't get that 3 second because I would love to have battled him all the way because we were battling most of the race. So, but congratulations to Tom and Owen for his third.
Yeah. So But no, congratulations to you as well. You know, still a podium position, second. It's the next best step from
Yep.
the win. So congratulations to you
Hopefully,
on that one.
hopefully, Juice is here next week. We can actually get decent points. I know he was saying his room's too warm.
Yeah. So yeah, he said something, mentioned something about struggling with the heat. So yeah, but hopefully, yeah, you know, we'll have a couple of the ones that couldn't make it this week.
Yep. Well, I hope this podium's the start of many.
Yeah, plenty of races to go. Obviously, 12 race season, so
Yep.
yeah, plenty of time.
Well,
But yeah, cheers
thank
for
you anyway.
joining us for the interview, and yeah, it's nice to hear that you obviously you enjoyed it and everything. So that's one main thing, as well as the result, is that you enjoy getting there.
Exactly. Thank you.
No worries. Right then, Piney, I think I
Interviews over.
haven't heard anything off the other one, so
That is unfortunate. Obviously, congrats to the top three then. Obviously, Tom on the win, the Tico getting
Yep.
second, and Owen on third. Obviously, that was the end of today, and that is the Division 2 race. Obviously, the first race for Division 1 will be tomorrow, and it'll be our favourite man, Corey Brooks, in the comms booth. I do believe Orion. So, as I said, they'll be kicking off at the same time we did today at 8 p.m. British time. So obviously come back then to see Division 1. Hopefully they can bring just as much. They can in Division 1 they have as much excitement as we did today, right, Lanky?
yeah. I mean, if anything, if today's little battles and everything are ready to go by, I think they're in for more.
Yep, they're in for a real treat. So for me and Lanky, it's goodbye, and Corey Brooks and Ryan will see you tomorrow for Division 1. Sayonara.